So, my favorite character is Android 18 and 21 now.
Mhm.
What's the other question?
Your favorite Dragon Ball character
How
from the whole
about
series?
that?
Um, I don't know. I think it's 18 too.
Cool.
And my favorite fruit is mango.
Mango. All right. Interesting. Okay, Psyken, your turn.
My favorite. So fun fact, I actually am not a huge fan of Dragon Ball. I still haven't even watched Super, but I watched the DBS Broly movie, and I was like, oh, I need that. I want that. So I was
I
like, you
respect
better
it.
have this, and that, and like, so I don't know. As far as like canon goes, it's definitely DBS Broly, but I love 21 too.
Okay, that's cool. You know what? I'm kind of in the same boat. I've not watched all the Super either. I've only watched like up to Goku Black. So all this tournament of power talk, like 3 years later, I still don't know what people are talking about. I know Jiren lost. That's about it. Jiren got
Yeah,
smoked.
you got me beat there. Still haven't seen one episode.
Yeah, last question. What's your favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit?
Yep. Nice and random.
So another fun fact, it's hard for me to eat fruit because I have an oral allergy syndrome. So anytime I eat like real fruit that's not processed, so like I can eat applesauce, but if I try to eat a real apple, my mouth is going to itch. So I guess if I had to pick one, blueberry.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. And even despite that, you still have a favorite fruit. That's sick.
I mean, it's easy to process fruit, so.
Oh, true. Okay, right. So, the pleasantries out of the way. Let's get to the power level chart. So, there's going to be, I think it's about 20-ish questions, basically asking you to score a specific thing out of 10. Some are going to be 5, but I'll let you know what it is. We're going to start with normals. So, for Android 21, when it comes to length of strings and mix potential from her normals, what would you mark her out of 10? If there's like a different scoring, which there most probably will be, we'll just kind of like round it to the middle. But yeah, so length of strings and mix potential from normals. What do you think 21 should get from that? Let's start with Psyken first.
Man, so probably an 8, only because like she's not. It's not rare that people can do 4-0 with a character, but I'm starting to see that a lot of the newer characters can't do that for whatever reason. Like you can't do 4-0 with Broly or Gogeta or UI Goku. It's kind of weird, but Kefla can do it. So I mean that helps in terms of staggering because like 5L into Dragon Rush is a thing now. But I like the fact that her normals are so long and she can basically do a full block string all the way up until like a special. That's pretty good, and just being able to freaking change up staggers at your own free will and them not being bad. They had to nerf her 2M because I remember back I think it was like season 1, like they gave her longer recovery on her 2M, which still isn't bad, but like you won't really see a lot of 21s doing 2M into 2M. It's kind of risky.
Okay, so that was an 8 out of 10. Did you want to talk about more mix potential? I guess it's a bit difficult, right? So I've had this come up a couple of times when you don't include specials, but
mixing without specials, like if you take out her command throw, like yes, she has a 2L. I mean, she does have like that kind of Bardock thing where you could do a fake high into a low. So mixing wise, she's okay, but they did buff her command throw. It's just that a lot of people lately just don't like getting thrown, so people start mashing stuff or mashing super dash and things like that. So if you use it sparingly, it's pretty good, but the amount of damage that she gets off of it isn't that high.
Right. Kasuga, any thoughts, and what's your scores? Length of strings and mix potential.
I would say 7. For me, her 21 is not really a mixed character. you will just stagger a lot with her because her frame data is really, really strong, and you can abuse her hex ball with plus. But you need to have character like Yamcha or Kid Buu for mix with this character, and even with Kid Buu or Yamcha, it's not a true 50-50 or real mix. So Emos is not a mixed character.
Okay, that's fair. You both pretty much did the same thing. Should you both okay with doing a 7.5 just to meet you both in the middle? Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Right,
Like
7.5.
I really like that her normals are super long.
Yeah.
Like her M, and the fact that she has a 3M, but when it comes to like actually mixing, it's not the greatest.
Luckily enough,
Not
the next
without
question does go over that. So the next question is sticking with normals, but this is a score out of 10 for coverage and frame data. So what would you give out of 10 for that? Even though we've kind of touched upon it, and this time we're truly just focusing on range, like coverage on the screen and frame data.
Oh. Can I start?
Yeah, go for it, Kasuga. You can go first this time.
Emo frame data is 9. The 21 frame data is really, really, really good. Her stagger, her 12 is -2, something like that. It's really good to have. And her JM, you can it's like cooler. You can't 2H the cross up GM.
Yeah,
And it's really something stupid.
that's the perfect way to put it. Yeah, cross up M is
you can't
almost
finish
never. It's basically un-2Hable for the most part. Like, a lot of tail characters have that, right? Maybe not Frieza, because
no, Frieza can't.
yeah, but Cooler in 21, you block. You don't really try to challenge it for the most part, depending on characters. But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to add before I pass it on to Psyken? Did we lose Kasuga again?
Excuse me?
Oh, there we go. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No.
No. Okay, cool. I mean, a 9 out of 10 kind of speaks for itself. Psyken, do you agree or even higher?
Yeah, I agree. I wanna on the previous question. Yeah, I'll probably just take it back down to a 7.
Okay,
'Cause
cool.
I didn't know it was like split like that. But yeah, like her normals are really good. They're long. They're, as I was saying about the previous question, her 5S is decent. Her 2S is what's really super strong. She can literally, even if you're matching Super Dash, she can just 2S in your face, and if she baits you, air level 3. But no, like the 2L staggers, 5L staggers, being, like I said earlier, being able to 4L 4L. I'm really happy that they gave her a buff on her 5L. I don't remember when it happened, but her 5L used to be 7 frames, and that was garbage. Because anytime you block 6-7, it's like, okay, still not my turn.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that because I remember there was a video basically like early on about up backing on Vanish and the characters you can do it against, and you used to be able to do it against her in 18 because 18's 5L used to be 7 frames as well, so you just used to escape after Vanish, and then all of a sudden I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, when did they change this? I can't remember when they changed it.
18 was 7 frames. Ooh.
Oh mate, yeah, rough time. It was a low.
Ooh.
I guess that was the reasoning, but yeah, it was a dark time. But look at her now. Now she's got a 214H, 214H.
No, it's
Yeah,
fair.
talk
It's
about
fair.
that move is,
Self-Oki, sick. Okay, so that's the normals out of the way. Solid 9 for both of you on the last part. Seems pretty reasonable. So next we're talking about specials. This one could get a little bit interesting compared to the other characters, because there's going to be a lot to talk about. But first, we'll talk about space control. How her specials cover the screen, how she can use them to apply pressure, and where you can execute them from screen. This is... I didn't really think about this question when I didn't have 21 in my mind when I thought about this question, because she's basically got a special for every situation, depending on the matchup. I don't know if we want to start talking about the bad parts of the specials, I guess.
Well, we could talk about each special individual, like her projectile, her dive, her command throw, etc.
Okay, yeah, let's do it that way, and then we'll go back and forth. So, say for example, we start with Solar Flare, Kaioken. We'll get you both to put your input before we move on to the next special, because otherwise we'll forget about specials and what order we set it in. So, yeah, if we start with Solar Flare, Psyken, you go first, and then Kasuga talks afterwards, and then we'll go to the next special. So everyone in the chat get comfy. There's a lot of moves to go over.
Well, first things first is that I'm glad they buffed her specials. You know, it was good that her specials beforehand. You could have asked any 21, and they'd have been like, "Nah, we don't really use steals here. Like those are whack, they're garbage." So the fact that they made some of these specials, like you could be in the air and have an anti-air steal, which you know, like Solar Flare or her sticky explosive grab or whatever. Like those are super helpful. I don't do them a lot. Typically, I don't really like holding steals because I like to do stealing and do damage off of that. But if you're going to keep them and like having Solar Flare, then yeah, Solar Flare is it's really good because it covers everything around her. And if you know you're fighting somebody else that's in the air, it's the best like air to air that you could have because she can automatically just dive from it, whether it be a light, medium, or a heavy dive where she can continue her combo off of that. So Solar Flare is amazing.
Yeah, Kasuga. I mean, I play Krillin, and I think Solar Flare is amazing, and I can only do it on the ground. So I dream about being able to do it in the air. It must be a pretty good feeling. Kasuga, I've seen a lot of your matches, and I've seen you wreck people with air Solar Flare.
Yeah, I use her Solar Flare a lot. I think it's broken, really good, and for me, every 21 steel are really strong if you know how to use it. Before in season 2 and 1, almost every steel was pretty useless or not that good. And now since they buff it, it's if you know to use it, 21 will be really scary and strong because she can steal her town really easily with the steel.
For sure. Let's go into a bit more detail. Kasuga, do you want to pick a next steel to talk about?
The yellow grab.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, the anti-air grab.
In my opinion, it's one of the best air-to-air move because, like Psyken said, she can cancel the yellow grab into a dive for make her safe. And the damage on the grab is really huge.
You get the same follow right from all the specials. You can always get dive. I think besides beam, is it?
Even with the beam, she can dive. She can dive after every move, even if she whiff.
I think what he's asking is like, will it connect? Because on beam, I think it'll.
Oh yeah.
Only
with you can't dive after the beam.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Psyken, do you want to throw in your opinion about the anti-air grab? I've seen some of your matches as well with the anti-air grab, and I feel people don't think you can react in time with it. And I've seen you do it a lot.
I do sometimes. It's rare, but when I do, it feels really good. It's just that most of the time I don't really have the confidence that people are going to like press a button or be in range. It's not that different than trying to use S. Broly and jump up and do, you know, his air command grab, which is really fast, but sometimes I just don't have the confidence in my execution. I think I'm gonna like fludge a button or something. So, but no,
right.
it is really good, and the fact that you can just like combo into it and you have all that time to confirm because she grabs them, then pushes them out, and then dive. It's
Okay, cool. I mean, we just kind of touched upon it. Let's talk about the beam steal. Psyken, you want to go first? What do you feel about the beam steal?
Beam steal is fast, but that's one of the moves that I don't think they really thought into consideration, or maybe they did when they did the changes to her steals, but for the most part, I don't think Beam really changed. Like Beam was just the same as it was before the changes, and it feels that way still. And she doesn't benefit off of hitting a beam unless it's in the corner. But as far as like using a beam, like I don't even like using beam in corner or like beam in combos, because at the end of a combo, the beam usually just whiffs. Same with the explosive grab. But that's again
really?
when it's starting to hit stun deterioration.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I've never
Because you can't dive off of it, like you can't do a corner to corner beam and then dive off it like you could with the grab or the consecutive blasts or stuff like that. Like beam is just, it's okay.
All right then. Kasuga, what do you feel about the beam? Do you think it's just okay? You might have gone quiet again, dudes.
Yeah.
There we go.
So for me, the beam is okay, but it's her worst still, by far the worst, because it's just a beam. She can't even dive after the E in combo, like Psyken said, and the recovery is not that good on the beam. So yeah, for me, it's just a beam. It's not really good to have. It's whatever.
Okay, that's when you think about it, that's mad. How people really appreciate beams on their team, and then for you to have so many good tools that the beam is like the worst one. But it definitely makes sense when you talk about the other ones. Let's talk about what else she's got. Reality Stone, the tracking homing key blast.
Yeah, can I get 2 of those like Piccolo?
Can you not cancel one into the other? Is that not a thing?
You can on the ground. So what you have to do is you have to have a grounded throw, or you have to have a grounded reality, and then you have to have an air reality, and then you have to have an air vanish. So it has to be reality, vanish, reality, and you can chain them like that, but that's the only way.
Right. Okay. That's it.
And then once you
Definitely sounds
use
like a
it,
Twitter
that's
setup.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
It definitely sounds like a Twitter setup. I don't know how practical that'd be. But what do you think about it in general? I've seen a lot of people use it for Oki. Do you think that's like the only time to kind of use it after a knockdown in the corner? Basically how Piccolo uses his?
Absolutely not. I love just throwing it out in neutral and people not hitting it, and then like I'll just be sitting there blocking. I don't know why they just forget about it, but they'll just get hit by it. It's happened like in 3 different matches today. I'll just throw it out, dive, cover myself with an assist, and then it's just out there, and like people, it's a very good tool to bait people into super dashing or just doing something silly, and you can just punish them for it. So it's a good mind game tool.
Mm-hmm. Right. Kasuga, how do you feel about the homing projectile?
Yeah, I think the same. For me, it's really good for Oki and in neutral. Nothing more. In combo, it's no. You don't use the homing ball in combo.
Agreed.
You really don't want to use it.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the teleport. Let's talk about the teleport. Kasuga, how do you feel about the teleport? It feels and looks like it's one of the fastest in the game, but I could be just super biased, so let me know.
The teleport, it's really hard for me because I played 21 with 18, and for me it's really good, but with 18 because I can make myself safe with the barrier. But if I don't have 18, the recovery on the teleport is really huge. So
okay.
I don't really know. Yeah, it's assist dependent. I don't know for Psyken how the teleport is with his team, but for me it's good because I have 18.
Okay. I didn't know there was that much recovery on it. I wasn't aware of that. I just saw the startup and was like, yeah, you can't really react to that one. But
you can definitely react to teleport, but the other thing about teleport is that you can dive from it too. It doesn't have to hit anything. Like you can just teleport dive, and she does have that option. So if you wanted to, if you're very comfortable with it, you teleport dive assist, and there's your free pressure, like no neutral.
Okay.
But again, like it could definitely still just be 2H if they wait on it.
I was about to say, so if you do the grounded teleport, you can still 2H if you go straight into dive afterwards. That still classes airborne.
If I remember correctly, grounded teleport actually puts you in the air behind them. I'd have to check that.
Yeah, it puts you behind.
Okay, so you're always that actually does make it less threatening.
You can choose the direction of the dive too.
Oh, okay. That all right. Damn. Sometimes I think ignorance is bliss. The less I knew about it, the more comfortable I felt. Now I know there's so many options. Seems a bit more scarier. Okay, what else have we got? We've got Vegeta assist, I guess, the barrage. What do you think about that move, Kasuga?
It's really good for combo, and that's it. Nothing more. You can't really use it in blockstream because they can super dash, and you can't even die for beat the super dash. So yeah, you only use it for combo.
Fair enough.
I disagree on the super dash, but it's a bait. Like if you start it and you have to hit them on blocks then. So if you hit them on blocks and they notice it, you can't really react dive to the super dash. You just have to kind of like wing it, and then like if they did press super dash, then they're getting hit.
So sort of like a ghetto kind of frame trap.
It's a bait. Yeah, frame trap.
Yeah. Okay. I can sort of see that. I mean, I'm trying to think of someone who's got something similar, but
the consecutive heat blast is great for meter building though. She gets a ton of meter off of using that. So I usually try to put that in whenever I can. It's also a great move to use in conjunction with the steel, or with the sticky explosive blast, because she'll teleport behind the person that she throws with that blast. So that's also super helpful, and I'm glad that they added stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Now I can visualize that. So what about barrier? How do you feel about barriers, Steel?
Her barrier is OD.
Her barrier is broken.
I wish. She can basically do everything that 18 can do. Like if she can not teleport, she can instantly just go into level 1. Covers all the way around her. Pretty fast startup. She can dive out of it. Or you could just let it sit there and then you punish afterwards. But like her barrier is really good.
Yeah, Kasuga, I'm guessing you're gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, her barrier is really, really good. In my opinion, it's better than 18. Like Psyken says, she can dive after the barrier, and 18 just can punish with level 1 or 3.
Yeah, that is a big thing, and they can always vanish out of that as well if they've got bar.
Yeah.
Right, is there any stills I'm missing? I'm definitely missing
the bomb, the green bomb, the green bomb.
Or whatever, yeah, green bomb.
Oh, okay, yeah. Take it away. Who wants to go first and talk about that one?
The fact that you can super dash through them, I hate it.
Okay.
They're just about as useful as I don't know. This is my personal opinion, but it's just about as useful as when it comes to Kamehameha, the beam steel.
Mm-hmm.
I use them in combos, and that's just about it. I don't plus on block. See, I need to mess with them more than, because I didn't really mess with them being plus on block. But since they are plus on block, that is pretty good. But that might change my opinion a little bit, actually a lot.
That's when you use all the steals, though, right? Don't you have to sacrifice all your steals to get the plus and block one? I don't. Do you know Kasuga? I know Kasuga does it.
What chat's saying is that the green bomb is plus one block. But yes, if you do use, so they did a stealth. Speaking of that special, they did a stealth buff.
Mm-hmm.
So she does 236H. Even if she doesn't have any steals, she's +1. And they didn't mention that in the notes. She used to be, just -5 without a steal. So now she's +1, and then she's +5 consecutively with each steal, going up to like +20 or something. But yeah, I didn't know that the green bomb was plus on block.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm talking about the wrong move. My bad. What do you think, Kasuga? AFK, Kasuga?
You would lose him.
You might be going into lab to find out. All right. Until Kasuga gets back, what else are we missing with the steals?
Oh, he's in general chat. He's back in gen chat.
Oh. All right. Let me drag him in. There we go. Right. Okay. We should be able to hear Kasuga now. Hopefully.
Yo.
Please. There we go.
Yeah. So for the green bomb,
Mhm.
for me it's really good. Like one of the best. Even if they can super dash, it's still plus on block. Like it's really strong to have this kind of move, and you can do like people do with 18. So bomb and just dragon rush, and you can see the green halo of
Okay.
the dragon rush. So for me, it's really good.
Yeah, it's plus 11 on block if you're in their face.
That's not bad.
And
Sorry, go on, Kasuga.
now I wanted to say you can just do something like 2H and use the green bomb and you steal your turn. So people can't match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Is that all of them? Or am I forgetting one? I know there's.
We
No.
talked about beam, sticky explosive, green bomb, sonic warp, solar flare,
Yep. Teleport.
teleport. Yeah, I think we got them all.
Yeah.
I should have written this down. I'm terrible. Okay, right. So out of all of those ones, overall, it kind of seems that they're all good except for pressure. Like they all cover like the screen pretty well, depending on obviously which one you've got. You can execute them from anywhere, especially when you're talking about the teleport always kind of like tracking behind someone. The only thing I didn't really hear is the pressure, and that's only from like green bomb. And because it's not a true string, I guess you are kind of taking a risk to a degree.
Yeah.
And we've still got other specials that we haven't talked about. Like we haven't talked about dive. There's another move she's got. I'm sure there is. Well, you're the expert, so let me know. What other specials did you want to bring up in terms of space control?
I don't know how to say it. I forgot.
Can you give us the input, and then we can try maybe work it out?
Well, 2S is going to chat on this one, but 2S is
Oh
not
yeah, her 2S. Excuse me. Her 2S. Yeah.
It's not a special in my opinion. It's a normal.
Yeah, that comes under normal. We kind of spoke. You did mention the 2S in the string part. I think. I'm sure you did. But yeah, 2S would definitely be a normal. There's no input, so it wouldn't be a special.
Well, I'll just talk about her fireball. I don't know what the change was with her up fireball or 236M, the fireball that she projects up to the air. I know they nerfed that, but I don't even know like what the nerf was. So but I rarely used it before, and I don't really use it now. But I noticed that using it now, it feels slow, and like the recovery on it is not really worth it in my opinion, because she has to use an assist to cover herself with it. The grounded fireball I use seldomly, but that's if I think that somebody's going to do like a key blast or something. But typically I'll just stay away from fireballs, and then you'll see me use H-ball a lot more.
Right.
But her fireballs do clash, so that's good. You know, they clash like any other. But her H-ball is really what is special when she has at least one still, because she could just beat out anybody who wants to throw out a beam.
Yeah, I agree. For the fireball, for me, since the nerf, it's really bad. Like you don't want to use it in neutral. It's not that good anymore because the recovery on the fireball is really huge. Like you can just neutral jump and punish her if she throws a fireball.
Oh damn! I didn't know there was that much recovery. That's crazy.
It's 50 frames of recovery, and even if you do get a hit, it's not very damaging.
Okay. I guess that does just leave the grabs and the dive. I think that's it. special wise. Yeah, that has to be it. So like the not the anti-air grab, the steel grabs and the dive. What do you think about those moves?
So the grab for me, it's the grab himself is good now since the buff, but the damage and the reward of the grab is really bad. Like she will do 100. No. She not will do much of damage from the grab.
I see
Yeah,
the
she can't do a lot of damage from her grab, but her grab is at least her 214, the one where she goes in the air. That one's an anti-air grab, so that's really good for neutral. It's like she can already cover so much space with her normals, and if somebody's trying to come at you from the air, even if they're safe jumping, like that grab also recovers fast. In my opinion, I feel like it recovers pretty fast to where you can, she can block at midair.
That's super sick. I know 16s is kind of like that. Like you have to preemptively punish it. So if you safe jump it, you're gonna go, oh, I need to be ready to punish it. You can't just see it and then go, oh, let me try and hit him. You have to be like premeditated trying to punish that for sure. And I'm guessing 21s is basically the same. I'm not sure about Vegetos because they always call Yamcha assist behind it, so I've never tried to. But yeah, I'm guessing 21s is basically the same. Or you're just scared of if she's got steel, what she's gonna do after that move. So you can't just let her just kind of like throw out.
Well, typically I'll do a steal, or I'll try to go for anti-air and then call an assist at the same time too.
Yeah. I mean, why would you not? I guess.
Well, you wouldn't if you for sure know that you're gonna get the anti-air throw. It's probably best not to call the assist. But if you just kind of taking a guess, if you think that they're gonna up back or what have you, then yeah, it'd be best to cover yourself with an assist just in case they don't. But even if the good thing is that when you do cover yourself with an assist, is that you can come down with a high, like you can come down with JL, or you could just do empty high into low.
Right. Okay. Taking all of those things into account, there's quite a few there. Overall, what do you think you'd give out of 10 in terms of coverage on screen, applying pressure, and where you can execute them on screen?
Well, we still have to talk about her dive, which I also.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, her dive is really good. I just like any other like Goku Black player or something, like unless I'm fighting somebody who's like smart and knows what to do about it, I usually love diving out of the corner because it has that great range to get out. Using them in combos are great. Using a dive and an assist and just being able to auto combo off of that, depending on the assist, is super helpful. Her dives are fast too, so it allows her to like, even in high hit stun deterioration, still be able to combo. Her dives are good, and she can also dive off of 2H as well, and you can frame trap with 2H and her light dive, so it's still getting or securing a hit. But you can make it a true block string as well. So her H dive allows her to continue a combo. So even if you do like super dash, this is the thing I love about Broly and Enter 21. If you hit a super dash and you do a grab, even if you don't do a grab and you get the H dive, you can just continue the combo, and it's lovely. And they're both safe. Like all the dives are safe. The light dive is safe by -5, and so is the medium. The bad thing about them is that they can be 2H'd. But her M dive was actually buffed. Before you'd have to do an auto combo with M dive to get the wall bounce in the corner, but now she can just do M dive in the corner, and you'll be able to just get the wall bounce without having to do the auto combo now.
Okay, that's actually sick. I never noticed that. Huh. Okay, Kasuga, how do you feel about dive?
Psyken said everything. Her dive are now really good. I nothing more to say, I think.
Oh, there's one thing I do hate about her dive, and this comes to like most special moves in this game. If the shockwave, her dive comes in 2 hits. It's the initial dive and it's a shockwave. If you dive on somebody in the air and they don't get caught by the shockwave, she's still negative. And I hate that because like most special moves in this game get away with being able to hit somebody in the air and then they're plus. Like Trunks is Change the Future. Like if Trunks hits his opponent who's guarding in the air with Change the Future, he's plus. If Android 21 dies and the shockwave doesn't hit them while they're in the air, she's negative still.
Right. Okay. I'm guessing you don't know how negative, or do you?
By like -2 or something.
Okay. Yeah, around about. I mean, you lose your turn. Basically, that's all you need to know. You don't.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It turns into a cat and mouse game where it's like, oh, did you realize that the shockwave whiffed? But like and as the player doing it, you just kind of always go to caution, right? It's like they might not have noticed, but they might have just been mashing afterwards anyway. So I'll just accept that I'm not plus enough to continue my pressure. But yeah, did you? I think that's all the specials. I think.
Oh, her command grab. I don't think we talked about that. Unless I'm missing something.
The steel, yeah. We only talked about the air.
We talked.
One.
I talked about her 214 for the air, the anti-air one. But
Yeah.
her grounded one was buffed, and it's now, I believe it's 26 frames. But it's also kind of hard to see. But the really good thing about that is that it covers a decent amount of ground. I think it might even cover like a little bit more than like base Goku. It's similar to like base Goku's M grab, but the fact that she can cover so much ground with that command grab, I think that one's really good too. Like before I wouldn't usually do her grounded command grab, but now I do, and it's really good.
It's definitely threatening. It might be just because I don't know the matchup too well, but it looks very similar to a 5H, like the startup, the wind up of the command grab. I'll probably have to lab it a little bit.
Oh,
more
it
to
does.
see
It does, yeah.
Okay, it's not just me then. Alright, I've got a reasonable excuse when I get hit by it then. That's cool. Kasuga, how do you feel about the grounded grab?
The grounded grab is now really good because in season 2 it was 28 frame, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, it's 24 frames now for startup.
Oh, and now it's 24. It's way better. So yeah, the command grab is now really good. We can use it.
Yeah, before nobody was really trying to use because it was so reactable.
Okay, so yeah, I think now we can try and think about a score overall. Again, it's out of 10. Applying pressure, how it covers space on the screen, and where you can execute it on the screen. Kasuga, do you want to try and think of a number first?
I would say 8. Yeah, 8.
I guess because there's so many, should you want to do an 8 as well, yeah?
Yeah, because like their steals are a one-time use. While they're all great steals, none of them are like automatic wins or anything like that. But she also loses her steals upon using H. So like her whole steal game is just that's what makes her a fun character. But I'm pretty sure I'm using dive and command grabs a lot more. But her projectiles are trash. Except for the H ball, her projectiles are such trash. So
Yeah.
it's fair.
Okay, cool. I mean, you answered it perfectly, because what I was going to say is it'll probably be easier to say why it's not a 10, and you basically did that. You pointing out the flaws, that's why it's an 8. So yeah, that's perfect. Right, if we give that an 8, that's specials. The next question is really bad for 21. I kind of want to change the question, but I can't because I've asked everyone else here. But the next question is, out of 10, what would you give 21 in terms of uniqueness, unique qualities, and risk reward? So unique-wise, she is obviously probably the most unique character. Like she's got unique moves, and then makes them even more unique. Like Barrier's quite unique because only 18 has a proper barrier. 17's barrier is not the same. So she's got 18's barrier and makes it better. So when it comes to unique properties, she's got to be really high. The only thing that you could probably mark her down is for like risk reward on these moves. We're going to start with Psyken. What do you think out of 10 in terms of properties, uniqueness, and risk reward?
What do you mean as far as like risk reward? Like having a like a DP or something, or
We spoke about the teleport having a lot of recovery. So do you think it's risky doing a lot of her specials for the most part?
I understand now.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think the only like real risk is the fireball. Um, doing a command throw, like doing an anti-air command throw, you're not really gonna get punished too much for doing that. Doing dive, it's dive is fast, so somebody has to be like mashing 2H to get blown up for it. You know, her steals are fast again, so that's mashing. Uh, no, I guess maybe an 8 on that too. But her, like you said, like everything that she has is definitely unique. It's just it's still punishable. Like it's not free.
That's fair. That's fair. Kasuga, how do you feel about the marks out of 10 on that one?
Yeah, I think the same. For me, the character is really unique, and it's not auto win. Her grab are not auto win, so yeah, I would say 8, 2. Yeah.
Okay. This is going pretty smoothly. You're pretty much agreeing on literally all the scores, so that's really cool. Next, we're talking about supers. Again, yeah, this is where she might get some low grades. So again, it's going to be two questions about supers. The first one is we can pull up. Normally, someone in the chat will pull up the numbers, but we're going to talk about DHC scaling and flexibility. So by flexibility, I mean follow-ups and extensions of her supers.
Follow-ups and extensions. So I don't really use, and most of the teams I've created, I don't really use 21 as far as like trying to extend a combo. Like UI Goku, his beam lasts pretty long, so if I start a combo with us Broly and then do level 1 Goku and then level 1 21, she gets like that knockdown from the UI Goku. So like her super is fast, like it comes out fast, and it's a single. They say it's 20 hits, but you know it's just a single hit. And I think before used to be able to do something crazy with Vegeta, where she could continue a combo after doing a level 1. But you know, it's nice that it's fast. You just have to find the right synergy for it, for her level 1.
I guess so because of the flexibility, she's got 2 level 3s. We have to obviously take that in consideration. Some characters would get kind of like knocked down on points because they could only do like a grounded level 3, like Krillin. She's got 2 different level 3s, which kind of makes it awkward because she obviously gets a different Oki from the level 3s. That's kind of in the next question though. This one's just about flexibility, so like DHC in and out of her. Do you have any problems with doing that sort of thing, Kasuga? I guess with your team, not so much, because they always knock you to the ground, right?
Yeah, that's it. But since the buff on the command grab, they gave her an SKD now. She can't use her air level 3, so now we can. Sorry.
With her command grabs now give a sliding knockdown. We didn't go
Yeah.
over that on the specials.
And now we can't use air level 3 or can't use it consistently, so we can only use the ground one, and sometimes we don't want to have the steel.
It's still nice though. It's still nice to be able to like, you know, double jump in the corner and then come down and somebody might 2H you or whatever, and you can still air level 3 because it's still invulnerable. So the fact that she has that as an option does make it unique compared to other characters that have to be on the ground to do level 3. So having an air level 3 is useful, but they did like take it away from us because they made the characters fall fast. Like he just said, they made the character fall faster after command throws. So you have to do some like weird finicky stuff to even get the air level 3 to hit now.
Right. Okay. There was 2 questions I think I had. One, when you do the grounded level 3, does it overwrite steals? It doesn't, right? So say you've got a Saiyan steal, but then you level 3 an alien. It doesn't take away your Saiyan steal, right?
No, it just fills in the empty slots.
Okay, cool. The second question, this is more about the flexibility thing. I know with Margin Buu, Fat Buu, his level 3 doesn't always connect off of certain like level 1s and stuff because of the beam travel. Do you have either of you had that experience with 21's level 3?
Yeah. Sometimes with Kefla, I can't use my level 3 because the opponent will be on the air and 21 doesn't connect.
Right. So there is certain situations where her level 3, you can't DAC into a level 3.
Yeah. I need to use 18.
Okay. Do you have that problem with your team, Psyken?
Not with my team. My Broly, you just do it immediately after, and then with UI Goku, Goku always puts you onto the ground with his level 1. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it does. It is a beam and it does travel, so I could see that being an issue with some DHCs. So it's not, it's if let's say Vegito, if you just do Vegito's DHC into level 3, it's like that's simple because it's covering such a huge amount of screen and it, it's so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But hers does take time, so it's not the best in that regard.
Right, so yeah, with flexibility and scaling, we actually did talk about scaling, did we? We don't have to refer to the numbers if you don't want to. You can just give me like an average feeling. What do you think about scaling?
The numbers. Dude, every time I do level 3 with her, I'm just like, I try not to do level 3 with her unless, I'm going for a mix or something. But like, as far as like trying to go for a kill by using Android 21's level 3, it's not something that Android 21 players are doing. Nobody's DHCing into Android 21 thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna kill. Everybody's always like, I hope this kills.
Right.
So her level 3 as an ender it's not high in damage.
Yeah. Do you agree, Kasuga?
Yeah, I agree. The damage on her level 3 is really trash.
Yeah.
It's one of the lowest in the game, I think.
I think it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the numbers, but it just doesn't do that much.
Like, all the commentating I've done, I'm with Psyken. Every time I see 21's level 3, I'm always like, I don't actually know if that's going to kill. Unless their health is, like, way past the spark icon, I never know. Like, I always think it's going to do more damage than it does. I'm assuming, I'm just putting it out there, they probably went, well, you get the steals, so that's kind of the payoff for the damage.
She also gets a little bit of, I think it's blue
life
life back,
yes,
too.
she does. She gets blue health.
It's so little, it's negligible. Like, it doesn't even... Nobody's sweating that.
Yeah, I think it's like 10%. I know Fat Buu gets more. I know that much.
It's 5%.
Ooh,
5%.
5%.
I healed a 5L. Big whoop.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't have the trade-offs that worth it. Like the damage for the little bit of blue health and maybe the steals, but yeah, I guess.
Well, the steal was a buff. Like they didn't change the damage. They changed the damage that level 3s did. All level 3s did.
Yes.
And the amount of blue health, but even before then, like if they thought that giving health was a reason for giving her less damage, like take the damn health back. I don't want it.
Yeah, no one was asking for like that amount of blue health recovery from a level 3. It's a weird
Especially
one.
in a game where you get 2-tapped. Like, come on.
It's kind of, I guess it's just their lore in the game because Fat Buu gets it, Kid Buu gets it when he does Candy Beam. I think they just want to keep a bit of canon lore with it. I don't know. I don't think it's anything anyone asks for. Anyone
Up
cares.
next, why Roshi won't be in DBFZ.
No Super Dash, can't be in the game. Wham wham. So yeah, what were we thinking out of 10 in terms of the scaling on level 1 as well, and flexibility, like DAC in and out of her?
Level 1's decent. I give her 7. Like her level 1. No, I don't even know if 7. Maybe 6.5. Cause like her level 1. Oh yeah, that's another thing to think about. Her level 1 doesn't track. Like UI Goku's level 1 will track you anywhere on the screen. 21's level 1 has to be grounded, like it has to be on the floor, and then her level 3 it has to, that beam has to travel across. So it's not the best. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're just okay.
That's fair. Kasuga?
For me, it's 5. Yeah, 5. For me, it's 5.
Are you happy with that, Psyken?
Yeah, I mean that's. I just
Only,
I just do like how fast her level 1 is, because that does bring some uniqueness to some type of DHCing. Like I said with UI Goku earlier, where you can just level 1, or like even with S Broly. If S Broly starts level 1 and 21 does her level 1, you can still get like a command throw for a sliding knockdown for 2 bars.
Right, yeah, because you can get the
So the swiftness of her level 1 is nice, but it forcefully grounded.
Right. Speaking of like setups, this is what the next part is about. So again, sticking with supers, we're gonna give a marks out of 10 for raw damage and setup. If she gets setups from a level 1, level 3s, it's gonna be up and down, right? I'm guessing because level 1 doesn't give her anything, but level 3 does give her something. So I don't know who wants to start on this one.
I think her level 3 is one of the best in the game.
yeah. Actually, it's one of the best. Yeah. The Oki after the level 3 is one of the best or the second best with base Vegeta. But yeah, it's like a bit like Goku GT in season 2, if you do it right.
Just to clarify, we're talking about the air one, right?
It doesn't
no,
matter.
both.
The air
both,
one,
both.
yeah, the air or the grounded one.
Oh, they're both the same.
Yeah, they both have the same Oki.
Oh, okay. Huh. Was it always like that?
Yeah.
No, that was a change. Her air level 3, people used to be able to get up faster, but then they made it the same as.
Oh
her
yeah,
grounded
after the
level 3.
season 1.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Cool. Okay. So they're both the same. And you're saying it's one of the best in the game, right? Just straight up. Does it matter if they're cornered? Does it weaken the mix, or is it better mid-screen?
It's way better mid-screen. In corner, it's a bit whatever. It's not that good. It's okay, but mid-screen, it's really scary.
Yeah, I don't like doing Android 23's level 3 in the corner. And
Yeah,
anytime I
same.
see an Android 21 doing level 3 in the corner, I'm just like, ugh. Like, why did you opt for that?
I respect that. Okay, so let's talk about the setup from level 1. If there's anything to talk about, is there anything?
Not without help. No.
No.
It's a pop up and people can just attack whatever. Like you're a little bit of plus, but it's not plus enough to be able to do much of anything.
Okay, so it's kind of a split down the middle. It's like one's really good and one's like, you're talking about bottom 3 to top 3, depending on what supers you're talking about with her. There's no like middle ground.
So like if you were to compare like Android 21's level 1 to Goku Blue's level 1.
Right. I mean,
Okay, then yeah, hers is it's down there. It's not that great.
and
I do like it. I do like what I mentioned in the last question. I do like it for the fact that it's fast, but outside of that, like, and if you're not using help, it's yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you could do this with her level, well, her grander supers. Are they good for like sniping super dashes or anything like that, or like reacting to beams? I was thinking, does her level 1, say you're full screen and you see someone's about to do a beam, can you do your level 1 and will that put her airborne above the beam at all?
Well, it takes 9 frames for her to be invulnerable, so.
Ugh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Say less.
It's not something I'm not gonna see a beam and be like, oh, let me try to snipe that with level 1.
Okay. Is there? Again, I'm kind of reaching on this one. Can you do like TK level 3 against characters like with beams? Is that a thing?
It's not a thing that I do, but it is possible. You can do
Yeah,
that
it's
because
possible.
she has full invul all the way through.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Right. Do you think it's worth sometimes going for the level 3 as like a super dash stopper, or do you think the damage isn't worth it? Like the raw damage from a level 3.
The raw damage is pretty good. It's I believe it's like 4 something. Like less than 4,500, but somewhere more than 4,000.
Okay, I guess that is something you'd think about doing then, right?
I mean, it's something that I do because like I bait people with 2S because like 2S recovers really fast, but even if it didn't recover fast, it's like Vegeto's. So if you do 2S and as long as a Key Blast hits something, even if they're super dashing, yeah, it does give you the option to go into level 3 or whatever special that you want. But level 3 is involved, so
Right, okay. So we'll go with Kasuga. Out of 10, what would you want to give 21 for setup and raw damage?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk about why?
Especially for OK level 3 is, yeah, like I said, one of the best. And her damage, even if it's not like in season 1, it's still one of the highest in the game.
it's for her
She-
air level 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, 8. Are we in agreement on the 8?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
in agreement. 8's pretty good. The Oki, the fact that you can get the same Oki from air or grounded level 3 is amazing. But her level 1s are something to be desired. Like there's room for improvement there.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so we'll draw an 8 in there. So that's normal, specials, and supers all done. We're about halfway-ish through. The next part is positioning on a team.
Oh.
We're going to go over point, mid, and anchor. But each
Nobody likes me.
each section is going to be a mark out of 5. So we'll start with point. We'll go Kasuga again real quick.
So for me, in this season, there is no point to play 21 in point because it was good in season 1 because she can just 2S and TOD, but she can't do it anymore. So for me, you need to play her in second or in anchor. It's way better.
This is why people hate me. I play her point.
I mean, well, this is your time to defend it. Why do you put a point?
She's my bae. Literally. the reason. No, yeah, they did nerf 2M, but I guess because I've always played her point since day 1, like every single match, I've never really had a problem. Like I try to build my round start, or I try to lab out my round starts and see what kind of options I have. But usually I just up back, like super jump up back, and then try to play the neutral game with 21 because I really love 21's neutral.
Yeah, but even if her neutral is really good, she needs to have resources to. She can't build resources for the second or the source character because she will use it for herself, for Oki and or for combo. So you can't build for your second character.
I would say that depends on the player because a lot of times I'll end up having a high amount of bar even though I'm playing with 21 on point.
This is going to be the
I
first
don't-
disagreement,
I
I
don't-
guess.
Yeah.
I understand what he's saying because like if you want sliding knockdown, you're gonna have to spend bar.
Yeah.
Like you have to spend a bar every time you want sliding knockdown. You know, she builds 2 bars at best with 1 assist, but she does soak up. You know, to me in my eyes, she can still 2-tap people, and I could still have like at least a bar or 2 afterwards, and I'm happy with that.
All right, let's do it like this. So, Kasuga, what would your score be out of 5 for her on point? If you had to, what would you give her as a point character out of 5?
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Sai, what would you give her?
Given that she doesn't really have any type of armor move, you know, they removed the 2M from her. Her upwards projectile sucks. Like you can't like just do upward projectile into assist. Yeah, I'd say a 2. Like, just like round start, she's not that scary round start, and then for me, I know she's not scary round start, but that's why I just try to get away and just play neutral as best as possible.
Oh, I mean that was super reasonable. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like Broly, you kind of have to worry about,
Yeah.
is he gonna train me as soon as as soon as the game starts? Like, 21 doesn't have like that fear factor at all when the game starts.
That's very true. That's very true. Should we go for a 1.5 then? Kind of meet in the middle.
And then the only like the best thing, one of the best things that she has is 214S, or like her anti-air grab round start, because you could do that and an assist, and then that generally covers like a lot of good options. But even then, like, yeah,
It's whatever. It's not that good.
yeah, it's good, but it's not that good.
I guess it's like a check, so it's like you have to kind of not be aggressive. Like I play SSJ Vegeta on point, and I'm like, I just want to arrow kick rocks because that covers most options that aren't backdash or jump backdash. And I guess that's kind of what you're talking about with that round start. It's like it beats most other offensive actions, but if they just act passive, it doesn't do anything.
Right, but it's not, again, with that particular throw, it's not it doesn't leave her that vulnerable, and she can still call an assist during the middle of it. So
Right. Okay.
it's just if you're gonna IAD at me, you're getting grabbed.
It's a pretty common round start, to be fair. But I
Exactly.
guess
It's okay, but it's not that good.
all right. That's a 1.5 seemed fair for the point position out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, next we'll go to mid. What would you give her for mid? We'll start with Psyken this time. What are you thinking out of 5 for mid?
For mid, I mean, if she has a decent amount of bar and for me, like it's weird rating this for me because round start makes sense to me, but I don't have a mid and anchor. Anytime I play this game, it's don't let your character die, even if they're at 1%. So I'm usually like swapping characters as much as possible to make sure that nobody's dead, so that they're always there as an assist to extend combos and stuff like that.
Let me clarify the point a bit. Sorry, I didn't. This is my bad. When I talk about mid, I'm thinking you've got 1 assist, but you've got bar. Where point is like you've got 2 assists, but you've got no bar. So I should just ask it this way: what do you think about 21 with 1 assist but with bar? Oh,
Amazing.
Okay, fair. All right.
Yeah, that's all she needs is one, like, even if I think like even off of 5 Ls, like she's still gonna hit. Yeah, and if she has meter, she's definitely gonna hit like 7K, and then you have to deal with Oki if she spends like all that. So like her two tap capability with 1 assist is still really good, and if she's got extra meter to do it, then that just makes her more scary.
Kasuga, how do you feel about the situation? 1 assist and 1 or 2 bars behind her.
I think it's what 21 wants when she's in the map, because the character needs meter for sliding knockdown or for level 3, and she also needs an assist for combo. So yeah, mid is probably her best position.
Okay. Do you have marks out 5 for her? Both of you? Don't feel
Now,
scared.
are we rating out of all of her positions, or are we rating against another character?
Her alone. Her alone.
Her alone. Okay,
Yeah.
then 5. I
5,
agree
yeah.
that she's not
5.
mid,
5.
Okay.
because she's not scary to be anchor, and her anchor. Well, I mean, we can get to it, but yeah, mid is 5.
Mid is 5. No flaws in her game. With resources, I guess. Resources, and because she's probably going to have steals as well, maybe at that point. Unless your first character gets mowed down. You like Psych said, most characters aren't just mids. They'll come in and out of the match. So you might bring her in and have like a steal or two to her name. So yeah, there's no flaws in her being mid for you two guys.
No, not for me.
No.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Then yes, we'll let Sai because he was kind of moving on to this. What do you think about her as an anchor?
Terrible.
Oh.
I don't. She's not. I don't think she's as bad as Point, but when I play her on Anchor, I don't feel like she's scary because like in comparison to Broly, if Broly command grabs you, you're still taking a lot of damage. If Android 21 command grabs you, it's not that you're not losing that much. But it's not even just about her command throws. It's like, yeah, her normals are great, but I wouldn't. She's not like a comeback character for me. Whereas, like, you know, you look at Yamcha or you look at DBZ Broly, and those characters are comeback characters, and it's because of like how much damage they can output and how much how much fear they can put into your opponent. But 21, typically, like, I feel like she needs somebody behind her, and that's where she's like really like at her strongest.
Okay, Kasuga, how do you feel about that?
I disagree because I play her in Anchor, and for me, in Anchor, if you play her since a while, you will know how to come back with the character. I don't know to explain it, but she have a lot of tools for comeback. Like she can make herself plus. Her neutral is one of the best in the game. Her hockey on level 3 is also one of the best. So yeah, her damage with the limit break 2 is stupid. So yeah, she is really good in Anchor for me.
All right, it seems that we're at a divide again. Let's see.
She doesn't seem scared. She's got great neutral, like her 3M and having 2S and all those other great tools. But like I would much rather prefer like base Goku.
Yeah. Base Goku or Trunks are way better, but I think
base
she's
Goku,
alright.
Trunks, Z Broly,
Yamcha.
I feel like there's just way better comeback characters.
Yeah. I agree.
So
I think she's alright. Like she's better in Anchor than a lot of characters. Like I think she's better than Vegeta SSJ in Anchor.
Oh yeah, the up back key blast master himself.
it from a like an outsider point of view, as a non-21 player, it seems that she does have really good neutral tools. She can apply pressure pretty safely, but at that range, it seems like you can just block her out. She needs to get in to get her mix, and then when she's in, outside of like cross up IADM, doesn't feel threatening.
It's the mix that's not really threatening.
Yeah, that's so I can kind of see. If I'm not even trying to be super diplomatic, I can see both points because I've seen both of you play with just 21. I know you don't like it, Psyken, but I've definitely seen you play with just Anchor 21, and you'll just S until they get tired and you react, right? And that's kind of what Vegeta does. And everyone's like, yeah, Vegeta's super sick because you can't super dash him because he just jump. It's just like, yeah, but that's the player allowing your character strength to come out, right? If the person just sits there and forces 21 to go forward, is she that good then? So it seems like you both kind of want to give a sort of a score around the middle. I don't want to like lead the points, but yeah, if you used to give me your points, then we can just see from there, right? A 3 from Psych, Kasuga?
4.
A 4?
Yeah.
So 3.5?
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, 3.5.
Oh. Okay.
Right. Okay, so that was a lot easier. I thought it was going to be like a massive difference, like a 2 and a 5 or something like that. So yeah, that's not too bad. 3.5. Me in the middle. So, okay, next we're going to go to assists. So the first one we're going to talk about one assist. The second one we're going to talk about all three. So I guess first of all, let's talk about the assist individually, because the first question is going to be, out of 10, what would you give her for lockdown and safety, like keeping your point or second character safe with this assist? But we need to obviously pick an assist. So what assist would you pick for like block strings, mix-ups, and kind of like neutral, like keeping your opponent at bay or keeping your approach safe?
Man, I want to talk about all three right now, but no. For A assist, like, it's a poor man's beam assist. I don't really like her A assist. It's a pain in the ass to try to combo off of it sometimes. Like, if I get a 2H with UI Goku, I have to learn this very specific timing just to even combo off of her A assist. The block stun's not heavy. Her hit stun is great because they buffed that. Her hit stun's amazing. I can usually run from like full screen and still hit her, or still hit an opponent. But it doesn't go through like the point character. The point character can block it, and like the person behind them is safe. Unlike a beam assist where it hits everything that's, you know, on the screen. So it's okay. Like the block stun isn't huge, which I think I talked about already. But yeah, it's okay.
Should we do it so we go back and forth? So we talk about A, you both have your points, then we go to B and you both have your points. Probably be easier that way, right? So yeah, Kasuga, what do you think about A assist?
For me, the A assist is pretty good. Like, it's a bit slower than Kefla, but still, it's for me her best assist. Like, I don't like C assist because the cooldown is way too much, and for 21, her beam it covers the angle you need in the. I don't know how to explain it, but it's perfect for her.
You like her A assist?
Yeah, I don't like other assists.
Oh, the other thing about her A assist is that it doesn't wall bounce. It doesn't last that, like, it doesn't it's a pop-up assist like team.
Is that good? I guess it depends on what your team does, right? Some characters prefer a pop-up,
yeah.
And some people are like, oh, I just want this corner beam assist so I can get a DR all the time. I guess it kind of depends on what you're using it for. But let's talk about B assist. Does B assist tempt anyone here?
I don't have played a lot of her B assist, but for me it's trash. Like, there is no reason to play the B assist. He's bad. Like, no, I don't see a point to play this assist. It's not that good in neutral, and the block stun is not that much. I think it's 28, something like that. So yeah, for me you need to play the A assist or at least the C assist, but the B is really trash.
Psych. How do you feel about B assist?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never used B assist.
Yeah.
I seriously have never. Like, people are like, "Hey, do you use B assist? It's amazing," or
No.
whatever. And I'm just like, no, I don't. I've been using A assist for 2 years now. I'm gonna keep using A assist because I just know how to work it. I'm not gonna change it up. But as far as the assist itself, I mean, it goes about half screen. It puts her physical body out there. It's not you know, it's not invulnerable. So that's kind of risky. Like, I want that's gonna be behind me, and then I can still oppress from afar, which, you know, her A assist does really well, and her C assist is really, really fast. But we're not on C assist yet, so.
Well, I mean, it seems that you both are kind of like, B assist doesn't exist, and that's cool. That's cool because we're only picking one. So yeah, we can talk about C assist. Sai, do you wanna start on your thoughts on C assist?
C assist is amazing. I don't use C assist, but the people that do use C assist, like my god, I'm just like it's so much block stun, and it never drops a combo like Kefla's C assist. I hate Kefla's C assist, even though I did use it for a while. But no, I think her C assist is really good, and it's definitely a viable option. Like if you wanted to flip between A or C, I could see that. But B assist to me, like you said, just doesn't exist.
Kasuga, how do you feel about C assists?
Yeah,
Same
I
as-
think the C assist is one of the best of the C assists, but I don't like C assist. It's the cooldown of C assist is way too much, but it's still really good because it's fast. The block stun is huge, and the range of her C assist is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's full screen.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Okay, I guess
She comes in, she teleports, and then you're like, what happened?
She's
Why am I
out.
blocking for like 70 frames here? Like what's going on?
purely because you guys says you do like C assist, but you wouldn't use it. Should we just talk about A assist in this situation? On this one
I'm
question.
down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
D assist is 50 frames on block.
So yeah, with the A assist, when it comes to lockdown and keeping your point character safe, what would you give that out of 10? Is that out of 10? Yeah, it's out of 10.
Keeping your character
Um,
safe.
Yeah,
7 or 6? 7 or 6, yeah.
7 or 6.
Yeah, I mean it's not a DP. When she shows up, she's showing up like literally like right behind your point character, like on top of your point character almost.
Mhm.
So it's not, you know, how Vegeta when he comes out, he's probably like 15,000 feet back and just shooting key blasts.
Yeah, he's in another game. Dude.
So yeah, as far I'd say a 6. Pressure, it's not crazy. It's only 25 on block, and then yeah.
That's cool. So kind of touching upon what we've been speaking about, because we've kind of gone through with the assist. Versatility between the 3 assists. So this is basically marking out of 10 for do each assist, A, B, and C, do they do something different? Do they kind of cover different assists you need for like team synergy? Or is it, well, you just pick this one assist because it does what the other 2 do but better? I've kind of got an idea obviously how you're going to answer from the previous question, but I don't know if you want to talk about it a bit more in terms of like versatility. Is there any kind of team comp where you thought maybe B assist would be better than A, or is B just literally a write-off? We'll start with Kasuga.
Yeah, the B assist is literally trash. There is no reason to play it. Like, literally no reason. And I would pick the A assist because it's full screen like the C assist and it's fast, I think. Yeah, I feel it's fast for me, for my character. And it gives me everything I need. So, and I don't have the issue of the cooldown with the C assist. So yeah, I pick the A assist.
What do you think, Sai? Do you think there's much versatility between the 3 assists, or?
Yeah. It's more versatility.
You know, the amount of versatility isn't high because you're just gonna flip between A or C. Like she can't, like her A and B do the exact same thing minus a few different frames on block, and then her A assist is, you know, like you said, it's full screen. B assist is not. B assist doesn't even exist in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
I guess the question could be boiled down to: is there any reason to take the extra cooldown for the extra block stun on C assist?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Okay.
I think there is.
So I guess by default, because we're only talking about 2 assists, it can't be very high because it's not versatile, right? Because you can't If you take into consideration, trying to think of an example, someone like Trunks. Trunks has got a beam, he's got Change of Future, which takes you out of block stun most of the time for setups, and then he's got his C assist is quite similar to 21's. It's a 2H C assist, but because all three of his assists do something completely different, his versatility is like really strong. So I'm guessing because 21 doesn't have a B assist, what was you thinking about giving her out of 10 for her A and C assist?
So we're just rating on like if we're just rating on the assist itself, right? Like those two assists.
Yeah, the versatility between them. So if you feel that they're similar, then it'll be a low rating because the question is kind of aimed at if you've got, say you've got two characters you really like and you want to put 21 on the team, does 21's assist limit your kind of like your win conditions, how you can win?
Saying. Yeah, okay. That's man, after seeing so many other like great assists and knowing that beam assist and stuff like that exists, I'm gonna say 5. Like I don't like the fact that her A assist is a pop up, that it has low block stun. You know, she comes up she's behind your character and she shoots projectile, but I just feel like there's way better assists out there. And then her C assist is great, but it's not you know, it's not game changing like a Bardock B assist or anything like that.
Okay, that's fair. Kasuga, how do you feel? Do you agree with a 5?
Yeah, I agree because the block stun of the it's like he said is it's alright, but it's not that. It's alright, nothing more, just alright. For this assist, like Kefla is way faster, and Kefla comes behind your character, and it's better. Even if the block stun is the same, so yeah, for me it's 5.
Okay, right. There's only 2 more questions. That's the assists spoken about. The next part is damage. This is out of 5. Damage without assists.
Mm-hmm.
She can have anything else but no assists. So she can. Well, we're talking about as in general. Sorry. So we're talking about mid-screen damage, corner damage, spark combo damage, like general, but no assists. Out of 5, what do you think she would get?
I will give a 4 for me, since her nerf on her GH, it's 1 frame slower. Her damage are not that high anymore, even with 2 assists. Before it was really high, but now it's alright. It's like a lot of characters have the same damage with like 21.
I agree on 4. She's no S Broly, where S Broly can literally just delete characters by himself.
Yeah.
But you know, she's no Fly either. Like you can definitely end up doing so much damage that, or you know, so much hit in these combos that you can drop solo combos. So her damage is really good.
Do you think she like loses damage depending on where she hits a character? I guess because of dive, like you mentioned before with S Broly, the fact that H dive anywhere, any height will let you get a combo. She doesn't really suffer that like some characters where they need the corner to get really good damage, I'm guessing.
Well, if you're using H dive, you're not gonna get that much, but you know, at least you can, like, she has the option or the ability to continue off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make like whatever setup you want afterwards. But she definitely does get more like damage off of a solo super dash than some of the other characters without having to use Vanish. But that's the other thing too, is like she gets the retain damage, or she gets the retain Vanish if she wants to apply more damage.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because you can just opt to use specials. H attacks, H specials, and then spend half a bar instead of having to vanish. Right. So, last question, the big one. This is, what do you think about Android 21 1v1 solo out of 10?
Oh. For me, can I start? Because I play her in Anchor.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, so for me it's a 7 or 7.5. Like, she have a lot of options. She can she have a great neutral, great damage, and a great Oki level 3. So yeah, for me it's a 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Saiyan, how do you feel about that? One-on-one solo. For the most part, obviously there's different matchups and whatnot. So in general, how do you feel she fares in that situation?
I'd say, yeah, I'd say 7.5 as well. Like, she's up there, but she's not.
She's not scary. She's not scary.
Yeah. You have to respect her normals, and that's where she'll catch you slipping, is if you're not respecting, especially like her special normals like 3M or something like that. But you know, the ability to be able to like get some pretty decent damage by yourself without an assist, and having that level 3 and having a decent command throw and an actual anti-air command throw and all these different specials that your opponent may not take in consideration when you're holding them, and being able to beat a beam assist on the ground, which, you know, there's a lot of beams in this game, but it's not even just beam assist. Like, you can beat Wolfang Fist, or you can beat Lariat, or what have you. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I would say 7.5.
All right. I mean, that is it. That's perfect. I don't know if there's any other things that you wanted to bring up about 21 that we've not touched upon before I give the final score. Sai, did we cover everything you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I would say so. Her, I think we pretty much covered everything. Like, there is this one. I do like this one thing in the corner. There,
sorry, one sec, dude. You've gone a bit quiet. I don't know if you've moved away from your mic a little bit.
No, I was. Is this better?
Yeah, way better. Brilliant.
Okay, so there's this. There's a couple of setups that she has where she can. I like natural frame traps within a character in the corner. 21 does have like a natural frame trap where you can do 5L 5L, and she'll whiff the 5L with the second 5L will catch you slipping. So I didn't talk about that, but I do like that about that character.
Okay. Kasuga, do you have anything you wanted to add as well?
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay, all right. So I'll obviously inform you two as well about some of the other scores. The other people.
I hate her. I hate her JS.
Oh,
I think
Yeah,
JS,
yeah, it's trash. It's
her
her JS is
JS
really trash. It's
garbage.
really trash. But people never labbed it, so they doesn't even know it's trash.
damn exposed.
In the past week, I keep trying to like train myself to not do JS, but like her JS is so bad.
It's, I think, her worst move by far.
Easily, yeah, I agree.
Damn. Okay. I feel like I need to.
If you see an Android 21 do JS, like, just run a train on her. Be it super dash or running up in her face. Like, there's so much recovery on that move.
It's minus 50, something like that.
That's correct. You know who's very similar to that? I don't know if it's worse because I've never tried 21, but S Broly. S Broly jump S is super.
Oh, that's also garbage. But you have to understand that causes a massive explosion, and it has such a big hitbox that you can use it on people's wake up, call and assist, and it's free pressure.
Yeah, no,
So I see why they gave it so much recovery, but it's still bad.
I see people do it from full screen and like they they either know and assume that I don't know, or they just don't know. I didn't know when I was playing as Broly. It was only till I got punished. I was like, I was definitely holding back. Was I in recovery that whole time? Like, you can start S, they can jump, then super dash, and you still get hit. Like, it's pretty bad. I didn't know 21 was that bad though.
The reason why S Broly has that is because that ball punishes super dashes. So, but
Actually,
like
that's a good point.
if you take in consideration that 21 has S Broly recovery and she can't punish super dashes, yeah,
that's pretty bad. I shouldn't have compared it. That's actually really bad. That's a bad comparison. Okay, so right, this is a score out of 110. Sorry, it's not out of 100, but I had to add an extra one. So this is out of 110. Kasuga, what do you think she got? Unless you've already seen it. Hopefully you've not seen it.
Excuse me, what do you mean?
What do you think the overall score was out of 110?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's alright. You don't have to know.
I would say like think of it as like a tier list. Like where would you put her on out of 110 as a character?
I will put her at 75.
75. Okay.
Or
I feel
80.
like it's low.
75 or 85.
That's a fair ballpark. Sai, you think that's low? What would you give?
Well, I would say 90, not 70. Well, 85 actually.
Ah,
yeah.
85. Yeah,
85.
I agree. Okay.
Well, Kasuga's
Not tip of the iceberg. Definitely not trash by any means.
I'll say she got used to have given her 77.5.
Oh, that's kind of close.
Yeah.